Good morning, and welcome to the Rankin Report for Sunday, July 4th, 2021. Happy Independence Day, everybody, even though I'm speaking to you from a somewhat rainy 4th of July out here at Highland Rise. But still, it could be worse. It could be snowing. And don't laugh too loud, it's probably happened at some point along the way. Before we begin, let me just give you a little bit of information. I am now on Getter, Gettr, which is a new alternative to Twitter. I never was on Twitter in the first place, and with what I've been seeing, I'm kind of glad I never got on that. But I'm on Getter now, which promises to have no logarithms, no censoring, none of the other craziness that goes on some social media sites. At JRankin59 is where I'm at on Twitter. If you're planning to get on JRankin59 on Getter, pardon me, see how easy it pervades? At JRankin59 on Getter. If you're planning to submit or subscribe to Getter, you might want to have a little patience because a lot of people are jumping on this thing, and it takes a little bit of time to sort through all this. And so with everybody trying to get on the thing, sometimes there's delays. Stay with it. Perseverance does pay off. I can speak from personal experience on that. From the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. I think if there's anything to be learned, and I think quite a few people are starting to realize this now, there's a difference between merely being in office, political office, and being in power. There is a difference between the two. Whoever may be in the former, God is always in the latter. This nation was set up so that the source of political power for this country comes from we the people. And when the nation was founded, most if not all of the people were believers. Those that were not tended to benefit from the fact that the rest of the nation were believers. And the idea was that as the people were led by God, those who were elected to political office to represent the people were led by the people. And that's something that I believe a lot of folks are now waking up to, as a lot of school boards are finding out that have been trying to push this critical race theory business. Parents are coming in saying, no, you work for us. And when I start seeing that sort of thing happening among people at political events, then I know that things are turning around. And I believe things are starting to turn around. It has been suggested that President Trump kind of led the way. Trump acts as a King Cyrus, only now the people are asked to pick up the flag, if you will, or pick up the gauntlet and pick up the banner of freedom and carry it themselves. And people are starting to take up to the challenge. Some people still need to be awakened to this fact, but that number is growing. And so, as John Adams once said in debating independence for the nation, where some see apocalypse, I see hope. As people start to stand and it is time to stand. Every year, I always post a song from the musical 1776. The original version was sung by William Daniels for the Broadway play, then the movie. And Brent Spiner, who you may know as Data from Star Trek The Next Generation, recorded the song. Recorded it also for the 1997 revival of the musical. If you're not familiar with it, 1776 is a musical about the days leading up to adoption of the Declaration of Independence. And the dialogue from the thing is taken mostly from the Founding Fathers' own words. You don't see too much of it nowadays. Maybe some movie channel might run it on the 4th of July just to have something to run. But it's a song where the character of John Adams asks a very pertinent question that is just as topical nowadays as it was when it was first written. Does anybody care? The lyrics are, is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see? Adams in the song is trying to garner support for declaring independence from Great Britain. And he's asking himself, am I the only one who thinks this? Am I the only one who cares about ending tyranny and establishing America as its own independent nation? And it's kind of the turning point of the musical when, at the end of the song, another person comes in and says, I care, and proceeds to switch his state's vote to adopt the Declaration. I don't ask this only for myself. I ask it for the 5 generations of people in my family, going all the way back to the Revolutionary War, who fought for this country, both on my father's and my mother's side. To the ones who fought in the War of 1812, the ones who fought for the Union in the Civil War, heck, even for a distant cousin of mine who fought at the Battle of San Jacinto for the Texas Independence War, the Texas Revolution. If you look in your own family's history, it ain't just you. And I also ask for my father and my uncle who fought in World War II, and my late cousin who fought in Vietnam with the Seabees. It's never only you. It's all those who came before you. If you know the history of your family, then you've probably had some people who took up the uniform of the United States and fought to defend what we have. Now it's our turn. We're not in uniform, but then again, neither were a lot of the founders. George Washington's army was farmers, shopkeepers, pastors, who said, right, we've had enough of this King George fellow, let's get out of from under him, and fought to set this nation on as an independent nation, free from the tyranny of George and his ministers in Great Britain. It's time to stand, people. It's time to speak up. It is time to tell those who are forcing a system that does not work upon us, no, we're not going to accept this. You will not put this upon us. A song by Styx, the band Styx, Rocking the Paradise, has the lyric, I ain't looking to fight, but I know with determination we can challenge the schemers who cheat all the rules. Come on, take what pride, be wise in spotting the fools. Big shots, crackpots, bending the rules. A fair shot here for me and for you, knowing that we can't lose. It is time for the people to acknowledge that God is in power, always in power, and to take the power that He gave us and reestablish ourselves as the rulers of this nation. Happy Independence Day, everybody. That's the Rankin Report for Sunday, July 4th, 2021. God bless you, and have a great day.